Looking back on her journey,
Yeah.
she's emotional.
I should be dead, and I'm not willing to go just yet.
Lisa has struggled with trauma and mental health problems for almost 3 decades. Her road has been dangerous, desolate, and dark.
There was no assistance for dealing with the emotions or what was happening. It was take this pill, take this pill.
The answer wasn't pills, and in the 7 times she was admitted to the hospital's psychiatric ward, there were brief bursts of hope.
I got a diagnosis and I was thrilled. It's like, oh, there's a name for this? Great. I trusted the doctors. I gave them my full trust. I would never do that again.
A constant carousel of meds, misery, doctors, and discharges, but no treatment.
It was traumatizing, degrading, intimidating, frightening.
After one visit, she almost took her own life.
I had been there for hours, and I had no bus fare to get home. For a split second, a bus came by and I almost stepped out in front of it because I was struggling.
No 2 stories are the same, but Joseph Briante knows that feeling after being discharged in a delusional, paranoid state.
I kind of had the worst outcome other than like actually dying. My parents had to be the crisis intervention and they had no idea how to handle it.
Days after his release, he slashed and stabbed himself in the neck and arm with a knife.
I was sent home in that state without any care. And then I tried to end my life.
It wasn't until after he tried to take his life does he feel he received adequate help.
And they're like, oh, look, someone got really gravely injured and almost died. And then all of a sudden, all the resources are there.
For these 2, the system is broken, but this UVic professor sees a solution in compassionate team care.
The team is mostly made up of nurses, addiction specialists, psychiatrists, mental health workers, peer support workers. And in Victoria, across the 4 ACT teams, until recently, there's been 3 dedicated police officers from Vic PD.
It's called ACT, Assertive Community Treatment, with more than 350 clients across Greater Victoria.
Having a few dedicated officers involved can help prevent crisis situations in the first place. So it doesn't eliminate, but it can make lower the need to take people to hospital in the first place.
A system exhausted and inaccessible to many.
Mental health in general is severely underfunded, and the options and opportunities for people who are struggling with their mental health are so limited and so hard to access. So I absolutely, if we had the ability to create many more additional structures, that would certainly help.
For Lisa and Joseph, it's training and treatment, recognizing a crisis before it develops.
What's needed is trauma-informed care with nurses, doctors, police, everybody. They need to know about trauma.
Lisa is now on little medication. Her therapy is art, reading, and counseling.
I've had to look at a lot of dark stuff, look at my part on what happened and what I created. So it's not an easy journey, but I was hell-bent to get healthy.
If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health and needs support, call this number to be connected to the Crisis Line Association of BC. Elena Kelly, Glacier Media, Victoria.